and welcome to Tea Talk, where courtesy meets conversation. I am so glad that you are here today. Before we begin, I want to gently acknowledge that today's conversation may feel tender for some. We are talking about grief during the holidays, and for many, this season can stir emotions we didn't invite, didn't expect, or thought that we had already worked through. If at any moment you need to pause, breathe, or come back later, please take that time to do so. This conversation is meant to support you, not overwhelm you. And while Tea Talk offers encouragement and perspective, it is not a replacement for professional counseling or therapy. Let's begin with a deep breath together. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. The holidays have a way of magnifying what already lives in our hearts. They bring traditions, familiar music, shared meals, and memories. And when someone we love is missing, the absence can feel louder than usual. It might show up as sadness, irritation, exhaustion, or even numbness. Grief doesn't look the same for everyone. That's important to know that it does not look the same for everyone. Some people cry, some people grow quiet, some people keep busy to avoid feeling, and some feel joy one moment and deep sorrow the next. And let me say this clearly, all of those responses are valid. Grief is not something that we just get over. Grief is love that has nowhere to go. Grief is love that has nowhere to go. I want to pause here for a moment and invite you into a gentle reflection. What emotions tend to surface for you during the holiday season, and how do you usually respond to them? There's no right or wrong answer. Just notice what comes up without judgment. If you are grieving this holiday season, I want to offer you a few permission slips, if you will. You don't need to earn them, you already deserve them. You have permission to say no, no to gatherings, no to conversations, no to traditions that feel too heavy right now. You have permission to leave early. You have permission to change plans. You have permission to cry in the car, the bathroom, or the middle of the day. You also have permission to laugh, to enjoy moments of peace, to feel joy without guilt. Grief and joy can coexist, and one does not cancel out the other. You are not being disloyal by finding moments of light. Let me ask you something to sit with. Which permission slip do you most need to give yourself right now? Is it rest? Is it boundaries? Is it joy? Or is it support? Whatever your answer is, it matters. Here's a simple check in you can do with yourself. Ask yourself, what feels manageable for me in this season? What feels too heavy right now? What support do I need? And who feels safe to ask? Your answers may change from day to day, and that's okay. Now let's talk about something just as important, how we show up for others who are grieving. Let's think of some do's and some don'ts. Do lead with presence. Sometimes the most comforting words are, I'm here and you're not alone. Do say the loved one's name when appropriate. Their name matters. Their life mattered. Do offer specific help, like, I'm bringing dinner for you on Tuesday. I can sit with you a bit. I can help you run errands. Do ask permission before offering advice. This is so important that I want to say it again. Do ask permission before offering advice. For example, would you like to talk about it or would you rather be distracted today? Do check in after the holidays too. Grief doesn't end when the decorations come down. Don't rush grief. Statements like, you'll feel better soon, or everything happens for a reason, often land as painful, even if well intended. Don't compare losses. Even if you have experienced grief, every loss is unique. Don't minimize their pain. Avoid phrases like, at least, and please do not force cheer. Grief does not need to be fixed. Comfort is not about saying the perfect thing, it's about being willing to sit in the discomfort with compassion. Here's another reflection question for you. For those of us who support others through grief, when someone I care about is grieving, do I feel pressure to fix their pain, or can I offer presence instead? Awareness is the first step toward more compassionate connection. If you ever find yourself unsure of what to say, here are a few gentle, respectful phrases that truly help. I'm so sorry you're going through this. I don't have the right words, but I do have time. I can sit with you. I'm thinking of you today. No pressure to respond. During the holidays, you might say, I know this season can be heavy. How are you really doing today? Would you like to be included? Or would space feel better right now? And sometimes silence, even shared silence, is enough. If you are supporting someone who is grieving, remember this: you are allowed to have boundaries. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, I need a moment too. You can show care without carrying the weight alone. And if you are the one who is grieving, even small acts of self care can matter, like a warm drink, a walk, a candle lit in remembrance, a quiet moment to breathe. Small kindnesses add up. Now, before we completely close today's conversation, I want to stay right here for just a few more minutes. Because for some of us, when the conversation about grief ends, that's when the feelings actually begin to surface. And I don't want to rush us out of this space. So consider this part of the conversation where we slow down just a little more, where we allow honesty to sit at the table with us. Grief doesn't always announce itself. It can show up at the grocery store, in a song, in a casual question like, so what are your holiday plans? If your chest tightens or your energy shifts, you are not weak. You are responding to loss. Grief is not linear. Some days feel steady, while other days feel like the beginning all over again. That does not mean that you are failing. It means that you are human. You do not owe anyone a detailed explanation of how you're doing. You don't. And don't feel the pressure to give them a detailed explanation. You do not owe reassurance on someone else's timeline. It is okay to say, I'm taking things one day at a time. This season is just different for me. Boundaries are not rude, they are respectful to yourself. Courtesy includes self respect. I want to invite you into another reflection. What boundaries would help you protect your peace during holiday gatherings or conversations this season? You are allowed to choose peace without explanation. Sometimes healing comes not from avoiding memories, but honoring them. That might look like lighting a candle, cooking a loved one's favorite dish, speaking their name, holding a keepsake. You're not making it sad, you're acknowledging love. If this is your first holiday season after a loss, I want to speak directly to you. Lower the bar. You don't have to recreate anything. You don't have to perform strength. Getting through is enough. Ask for help and be willing to accept help. Rest when you need to. Courtesy is not just about how we treat others. Courtesy is also how we treat ourselves. Speak kindly to yourself. Release unrealistic expectations. You are not behind. You are not doing grief wrong. As we prepare to close, sit with this final question. What is one compassionate action you can take today for yourself or for someone else who may be grieving? Small, intentional kindness matters. As we close, I want to thank you for staying in this space. Grief during the holidays is real, but so is compassion, so is connection, so is quiet hope. Here's to today's gentle call to action. If this conversation resonated with you, consider sharing this episode with someone who may need it. You don't have to explain, just offer it as a soft place to land. And if you're comfortable, I invite you to reflect on one of today's questions through journaling, quiet thoughts, or conversation with someone that you can trust. You are seen, you are held, and your grief matters. This has been Tea Talk, where courtesy meets conversation. Until next time, may you move through this season with gentleness, and may you give yourself the same grace you so freely give to others.